First, I'd like to give Coach Helton and Georgia Southern all the credit. They did an outstanding job today. They were the better team. They played harder. They owned both line of scrimmages. We got to look ourselves in the mirror as coaches, and it all starts with me first. And, very disappointed for our seniors, them having their last opportunity to play those guys. That wasn't the best representation of Panther football. I must do better. Coaches and everyone in the organization got to do better moving forward. We are on a bye week coming up, and it's the same thing. We still got a lot of catching up to do. Got to get on the same page in a lot of areas, and we just got to come out ready to play. And I don't feel like we did, and all of that starts with me. And I'll be the first to take the blame for that loss, and got to go back to the drawing board and fix things, and got to play complementary football in all three phases. It's hard when you can't run the ball, hard when you can't stop the run, and they got an outstanding offense, and like I said, they own the line of scrimmage, so we got to get better in all phases of the game. And with that being said, open up for questions.
I know you'll be disappointed with 29 rushing yards. You're facing a fair amount of loaded boxes, but even with that, what do you think you could have done to maybe still find some success in the run game?
Yeah, I just got to go back and watch the film. Well, first off, the first half, I think we went 3 and out twice. Then we got one big play, 3 and out. So when you don't have the opportunities, you don't convert on third downs, you're limiting your opportunities to have more opportunities to run the ball and establish a running game. So that's just lack of preparation and execution on our part as coaches.
And I guess along the same lines, not staying on the field, do you think just having to face so many plays in the first half just kind of wore the defense down a bit there?
I don't think so, because we came out and they played well. With the duration of certain drives and not getting them off the field, not capitalizing on the muff punt that Georgia Southern had, we didn't get any points out of that, which I think we could have cut the lead to 7, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So just losing those momentum opportunities, and just got to give Georgia Southern all the credit. They were the better team today, and we weren't.
Coach, what was different when you came out of halftime and you were able to quickly score twice?
I wouldn't say anything was different. It was same game plan, same plays, just executed a little bit better. I think the kids were starting to regain some momentum. And, football's a momentum football's a momentum game. And certain kids thrive off of it. But when you don't have momentum, which we've shown in some of the past games, you got to be able to reestablish yourselves. And we couldn't get critical stops, and we couldn't extend drives on critical situations that would have helped us.
You were talking about some of those missed opportunities, one of those not getting points after that muffed punt. How big is that message going to be, especially in the bye week?
It's a lot of messages that's going to go into the bye week. It just wasn't that one play. I think the entire organization took turns, myself included, and we all got to look ourselves in the mirror and go to work.
Coach, what's the difference in having those moments of momentum out of the second half, and the difference between that fizzling away and letting it snowball into other positive things the rest of the second half?
Yeah, just got to figure that part out about with our team. When you get an opportunity, you got to definitely seize and capitalize on mistakes that a team has, and vice versa. When we make a mistake, we got to bend and don't break and change momentum back to our side. We just never got any of that done. I thought our punter did an outstanding job of punting the football today. That was a real positive from today. But like I say, all phases of our organization we got to work on. And like I say, everything starts and ends with me. And just got to get to work tonight and watch the tape and see why we didn't execute calls and just kind of self-scout and see why this was the case.
You were coming off a win going into this last bye. I guess, how does it reverse now? You're coming off of a tough loss going to another bye. How do you reset or refresh?
Just like you're saying, that's what we got to do. We got to reset, restart, refocus. Because after this bye, we got 8 straight games. So we don't have any more bye weeks, and we're gonna have a short week after we play ODU when we play Marshall on Thursday. So the schedule doesn't get any easier. We'll be on the road, and we just got to continue to improve our roster, and we got to make sure we're playing all the right guys, and just really doing a deep dive into what we're doing on offense and defense, and figure this thing out. I knew coming into the game, Georgia Southern had a really good football team, and I knew their offense was very capable of putting up points because they done it every game except for Ole Miss. Like I say, we just didn't play Panther football today. We didn't coach like Panthers today, and we just got outplayed, out hustled, out hit.
What do you like about when Christian is throwing those interceptions, he goes to the sideline, but yet comes in and responds really well the following drive? Why is that important for you to see as a coach?
Some of those interceptions were one was pressure, another one was a bad decision, and then one thing was kind of just a bad break. But we're still a team that's growing, finding our identity, establishing who can make plays, and up front we still had some guys go down and some other guys had to play. So we still got to develop our entire roster. We're not close to being where we need to be. So it's our job as coaches, and more importantly, my job, to make sure we get that turned around in the right way.
Talk about development. We're so early into the season. How do you make sure there's not so many highs of beating a team like Vanderbilt and then a low of coming off a loss like this, and trying not to let that snowball heading into the next game?
I don't think it'll snowball. I think our kids will respond the right way. I think we got the right kind of leaders in that locker room. Well, I think we do. We're definitely going to find out, and we're going to have another tough Sun Belt opponent that comes in here for our last home game for a while. So it's very important that we seize that opportunity to prepare the right way, and more importantly, perform on game day.
Any other questions for Coach?
Yep. Thanks again for the Panthers, Panther Nation coming out. Thought they did an outstanding job, and hope they come out again the next time we're on the field.